Hello and welcome to section 5 in our project resource management knowledge area. In this section we're going to be discussing manage team. In other words, team management. How do you manage the team that you have put together, the human resources that you have put together for your project? Alright, so let's go. First off, an overview of manage team. The manage team phase is a crucial aspect of project management that involves leading and guiding the project team to achieve project objectives. Okay, so how are you going to lead the people you put together and guide them to achieve the objectives that you have set for the project? So this section navigates through the process of overseeing and leading the project team throughout the project lifecycle. Effective team management directly influences project outcomes. It centers on maintaining a positive team environment, addressing conflicts, and ensuring the well-being of team members. Okay? Here you will understand the significance of communication, conflict resolution, and motivation in sustaining a high-performing team. Sustaining. The word is sustaining. Alright? You want to keep the team in that place of, high performance throughout the life cycle of the project. Now, by the end of this section, you should be able to understand the objectives of the managed team process, identify the inputs, tools and techniques, and the outputs of this process. You'll also understand how this process contributes to the overall success of your project. Okay, so that's an overview. Let's hit the road. Now, what are the objectives of the managed team sub-process? The primary objectives of managed team include provide leadership and direction to the team. Now, as they say, the fish rots from the head. When it comes to successful project execution, leadership is everything. Alright, so you're going to have to provide that. Proper leadership and direction for the team members. Resolve conflicts and address team issues. Conflicts are going to always arise. You're going to have issues within the team from time to time. So the ability to be able to resolve those conflicts and address those issues is very, very key to successful project execution. Foster a collaborative and motivated team culture. So these are the objectives that you should have in perspective for this particular sub-process. Now, what are the inputs for managed team? First is project management plan. This provides guidance on team management strategies. Next is the project documents. Information on roles, responsibilities, and team dynamics. Alright, you're going to have them in the project document. Team performance assessment, and this gives you insight into the current state of the team. Okay, so like we mentioned before, you're going to have to carry out periodical performance assessment for your team. Okay, from there you can get the current state of the team at each point in time. So that will give you the direction, the level of leadership that you require, or the type of leadership that you require for your team at a particular time. All right. It will also give you insights on how to lead better at every point in time. So let's look at the tools and techniques that we require for this process. First is conflict resolution. Addressing and resolving conflicts promptly to maintain a positive team environment. So like I said before, conflicts are going to arise from time to time. So your ability to be able to identify them and resolve them on time will go a long way to maintaining that positive team environment. You don't want to have, conflicts lying around for so long. It's actually going to poison the team spirit and impair the collaboration, or the collaborative efforts of the team. So you want to address conflicts as quickly as possible. Interpersonal skills. Utilizing effective communication and relationship building skills. So you're going to be dealing with people, all right? People who are mostly emotional than rational in nature. So you're going to require a lot of interpersonal skills, emotional intelligence, empathy, to be able to deal with them effectively. Team building activities, promoting collaboration and camaraderie among team members. Like we mentioned before, you're going to have to come up with activities that will promote that collaboration and also have that camaraderie within the team. Recognition and rewards. Like mentioned before, acknowledging and celebrating team achievement will go a long way to keeping the morale high and the motivation at top levels. Training and development, providing continuous learning opportunities to enhance team skills. Alright, so at every point in time, when you carry out your assessments, you're going to have to identify areas that require improvement and then come up with training content that will actually address those identified needs or skill gaps. So what are the outputs from this process? Updated project documents. This reflects changes in team roles, responsibilities, and dynamics. Issue logs. And these are documentation of challenges and resolutions within the team. And this is important, alright? This also goes to help with the organizational process assets. It's an addition to the organizational process assets. In fact, a very important addition, because here you have those challenges that you encounter documented, challenges in terms of the conflicts and how they were resolved within the team. All right, you can have them documented here in the issues log. Change requests, initiating changes based on team performance assessments and improvement strategies. So when you've assessed the performance of your team, right, so you can now know what changes are required and where, and also the best way to go about making those changes when necessary. So what are the key takeaways from manage team? Effective leadership, right? As mentioned before, leadership is key. The fish rots from the head. Strong and adaptive leadership is crucial for guiding the team towards success. So as a PM, you have to provide that strong and robust and solid leadership that the team requires, to draw strength from, and then chart its course throughout the life cycle of the project. Proactive conflict resolution. Addressing conflicts promptly prevents escalation and maintains a healthy team environment. All right, so you have to address conflicts as promptly as possible. Okay, as a matter of fact, the word is proactive. We have to be proactive with conflict resolution. We have to actually foresee where in what areas that are likely to have conflicts. All right, and then put systems in place to ensure that immediately they arise, the conflicts are addressed immediately. Continuous communication. Regular and transparent communication fosters trust and collaboration. Now this is important, right? And like I mentioned before, you don't want to deal with assumptions in this particular area. You want to be clear with your communication so that you can have very, very precise and comprehensive expectations, all right, for and from your team members. Okay, this will also go a long way to, you know, fostering the trusts that you require for that team cohesion. You don't want to have someone getting the wrong impression, all right, that there is some dishonesty at some point, okay, or someone not being forthright, okay, or truthful. So you don't want to give that impression in any way, form, or shape. So that's why you have to be clear with your communication and be regular with it as well. Recognition and motivation. Recognizing and rewarding team achievements positively influence morale and motivation. Now, I cannot overemphasize this, okay? There's a very key takeaway that you need to have your mind on. Adaptability. Being adaptable to the evolving needs of the team and project contributes to overall success. So as a project manager, you have to have an open mind. Okay, you cannot be set in your ways of thinking or doing things because you're dealing with human beings here, of course. Okay, so you have to be adaptable to different approaches and to the evolving needs, all right, as circumstances also change. Right. Okay, so when you have these key takeaways in perspective and you understand them and put them to work, it's going to go a long way in ensuring that you have smooth and seamless project execution. Okay, so that's it for this section, the manage team section. In the next section, we're going to be discussing the control resources. All right, how do you control these resources and ensure that you get the best from them? And that's going to be the last section in this particular knowledge area. I'll see you there. Cheers.